God of War has 3 awesome fire sets that you can collect by completing challenges in the realm Muspelheim. They can be tricky, but the reward is there. In this video I want to go in depth on this awesome looking epic set and tell you how to succeed in order to craft your own. If you enjoy that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go! Before I tell you how to get one of these sets and also share some tips on the encounters in the fire realm, let's first take a look at the different armor pieces. So they are like epic fire versions of the regular armor sets you get by playing through the game. The difference is though that they look extremely awesome and also have a special perk that increases if you wear the full set, so all the 3 pieces at the same time. Let's take a look at the Fallen Ash Armoire first, that excels in defense with 40 defense and gives you 10 strength as well. All the different armor pieces of each set start with 2 socket options, and upgrading them increases the level from level 4 to 6 and also adds another socket option, and for the final upgrade you upgrade it from level 6 to level 8, but in the final upgrade you can still only apply 3 enhancements via the socket options. So the Fallen Ash Armor set has a chance to do burn damage to nearby enemies when you take damage, and if you have the full set, the chance that this happens will increase. Still though, it's not something you should expect a lot even with the full armor set, but it's nice when it happens, creating a big explosion of fire that looks great as well. The Blazing Magma special perk occurs after you get hit as well, creating this huge fire circle around you that deals damage to surrounding enemies and also prevents you from getting interrupted during the 7 seconds that this shield lasts. So while this happened like less often than the Fallen Ash set, of course, when the effect triggers though, it is there for 7 seconds, while the effect from the Fallen Ash Armor set is just a small burst of damage. It still is not as frequent as you would like. You could like do a battle without seeing this effect once. In terms of stats, we got extra cooldown on top of the nice strength and defense you saw on the other outfit as well. For the vinyl set, it seems like the effect triggers way more often, it lasts longer as well, so it's simply, in my opinion, better. This one is called Smoldering Brimstone and has a moderate perk activation chance once you get hit to grant an aura of fire for 10 seconds, and that is more of course than the Blazing Magma set where we saw one for 8 seconds. I know I said 7 before, but you see like 7 immediately, but it is of course 8. But anyway, this aura of fire gives you strength and also health over time, so even when you're not attacking you will still get this health back, so that's pretty good. This one has a good amount of strength, a great amount of defense and also some vitality, so while the Fallen Ash Armor in my opinion looks the best, I would recommend the Smoldering Brimstone variant as one you should use. But again, it's up to you which one you prefer. In order to get the armor you need a Smoldering Ember you can get in the Realm of Fire that opens up pretty early in the game, so before I will tell you how to get enough of the Ember to at least craft one set, first a quick rundown of all the 4 different chests that you need to find in order to gain access to this realm. They are not that hard to find, you probably already got all the 4 chests if you just do some side content and also continue with the main story. Still though, here is a vast rundown. The first one is in Muspelheim, you can find over here, so when you enter the realm. The second one is inside an area you can access the first time you get to the Lake of 9. It's up on the sort of small hill. The other chest is also available in a side area you can go to right away once you have access to the Lake of 9, so really early in the game. It's close to the dead body corpse, so climb up there and you will find the chest. And the final one is really hard to miss, since you literally run past it in the main story. It's over here if you go to the mountain. If you got all the 4 chests, just go to the room where you can travel to another realm and select Muspelheim. I would say at least be level 4, that will help a lot to clear these stages, because that is what you have to do, complete an arena to advance through the realm and get the materials you need to craft one of the armor sets. If you complete the arena, then you can go to the other arena and then you also get the Crest of Flame, and that is needed to upgrade the armor. So you get that material sometimes in a chest as well. And don't worry, there will be enough challenges to get a ton of these materials. And I really like the fact that all these challenges are different, not just survive a wave of enemies. No, you really need different tactics in order to progress through all of them. So again, I would say try to get to level 4. The armor of the Traveler that I already made a video on can help a lot. unlock a lot of skills as well. Make sure you got a resurrection stone so you can rest during the fight. And totally get that talisman I talked about in a recent video that gives health back and also will protect you from incoming attacks. I also think it's nice to give you some tips per specific challenge that will then help you get through the arena to craft at least one full set. And that requires 60 Smoldering Ember. The first arena is pretty straightforward, kill 15 enemies, so not much to say about that. The second one has you kill enemies all at the same time, because otherwise they will resurrect, so try and get them all to low health and then finish them off one after each other. It's smart to use the shock arrows from your sun as well to stun the enemies and also kill them off if they are far away because they don't have a lot of health. For the next arena you have to survive 5 minutes, and I totally recommend that you of course also kill the incoming enemies so you have less to worry about. Use the talisman as well to keep you in the fight and you will succeed with this one as well. The second trial in Arena 2 has you kill enemies that regenerate their health really fast. So then you need to go for stun damage, and after a lot of hits you can then finish them off with R3. Should not be that hard if you do this tactic. In Arena 3 the first trial can be tricky for sure. Here you need to kill a boss that becomes invulnerable if there are other enemies around. So focus on those enemies first and then go attack the boss. But when fighting the other enemies you want to keep an eye out for the boss as well, because he will shoot projectiles that will make your screen turn black and just do very heavy hits that can be dodged easily, but not if you're not paying attention. Also keep an eye out for the green health orbs that the other enemies drop. Pick them up to stay alive. And here again I found it useful to use the attacks from your son as well. I upgraded all his skills, so then the enemies will be stunned very easily and also the attacks will deal more damage. I think this one is a really fun fight, so good luck with that one. The one after that can be tricky too. Here you have 3 rounds where you have a specific time to kill enemies in a circle that will in later rounds also move. Here the stun from your son can be extremely helpful as well, because then the enemies do not get moved when you hit them, and also don't do your final hit because that will push the enemies away, unless you of course push them then in the circle. What I did is focus on the enemies, make sure they are low health so that when they then enter the circle you just need a few hits to kill them. Good luck, because like I already said, this one can be tricky for sure. Let's take a look at the first challenge of Arena 4 as well. This one is all about surviving. So again, Aegir's protection, the talisman I talked about, is really handy to stay alive, since you need to kill 100 enemies and there is a cliff. So I recommend that you push most of them off the mountain. You can literally kick them off the mountain, and using your rage with the Raging Ultimatum skill is also really handy to easily push the enemies off. During halfway of the fight you will see ogres as well. Focus on one of them, then get on the back when it's broken, and then start killing off the other enemies. That will help a lot as well. The knights will be the most irritating, but if you just stay focused, you will totally be able to finish this one as well. Again, a really cool challenge. For the next one that follows, you need to protect Atreus from getting captured. So this basically means that you need to kill all the enemies and don't let them finish their grab animation that you will see thanks to an indicator. And I never really had trouble with this, so just move a lot, make sure that your son is safe, and kill all the enemies. And after you completed all these challenges, you will have enough to craft one of the full sets. Of course, choose the one you like, but in my opinion the Smoldering Brimstone variant is the best. So I might take a look at the other arena challenges as well. I really love this fire realm because it really requires different approaches for these sort of challenges. Subscribe for way more God of War content. I want to do way more in-depth looks at the most awesome armor sets in the game, and also guides of course on how to get them, and there's way more content coming your way. Check for example my video on the awesome talisman I told you about, and I will speak to you next time. Thanks a lot for watching, drop a like to support the channel, and goodbye.